Can you eat that?
Here, it has potatoes in it, right?
Yes. As potatoes
It's
count.
got-
What the hell are you eating?
Tú quieres ser mi amigo. No puedo estar contigo. Porque cuando te di mi pobre corazón, tú lo dejaste ir. Cuando llamaste ayer, la voz de una mujer exigiéndote me hizo comprender que sigue siendo el mismo. Y tú no sabes el dolor que llevo dentro del corazón, porque cuando te quise a ti, tú me dejaste ir. No puedo ser tu amiga, no importa lo que digas, porque cuando te di mi pobre corazón, tú lo dejaste ir. Y tú no sabes el dolor que llevo dentro del corazón, porque cuando te quise a ti, tú me dejaste ir. No puedo ser tu amiga, no importa lo que digas, porque cuando te di mi pobre corazón, tú lo dejaste ir. Qué bueno que te has ido. No eres enemigo, pero recuerda bien que aquel que siempre da recibirá lo mismo. Recibirá lo mismo. Recibirá lo mismo. Lo mismo. Recibirá lo mismo.
Oh, yo. Good morning, South Florida, and welcome to the breakfast at the Brooklyn Cafe TV.
Take a deep breath and a good whiff of that coffee brewing. Grab yourself some toast, a donut, or any breakfast. As Dawn and Freddie get you up and ready for the rest of your day.
So I grabbed myself and called 888-994-4995 to share a tip of the day.
Or just to say good morning.
So get ready for the time of your life.
Shake off your sleepies, buckle up, cause it's
Showtime!
showtime!
Welcome. welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe Morning Show with the Brew Crew. We actually only 2 minutes late.
It's pretty good.
We're getting closer.
We're right on time.
Now I know what I got to do. I got to get here at 8:45.
Set up everything.
Quarter to 8:45. Yeah,
You
quarter
got here
to-
early. Early bird
And
catches
Slick
the
was
worm.
not waiting for me at the door.
I have to tell you, Slick, I was told that people really liked our morning show on Tuesday because they liked hearing what you had to say.
Who told you that lie?
They did. I was told they like hearing the wisdom
Thank
of
you.
Slick. Why
Thank
are your
you,
keys falling
guys.
out of your pocket?
Oh no, they're hooked. They're,
They're
hooked.
hooked.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Wow,
Thank you.
he's got a shoe and a key.
Mhm.
That's what I was told on Tuesday. Dr. Hillary told me I really like
Thank you.
hearing Slick's
Okay,
perspective.
and now that, I'm going to tell you something.
Thank you
I
guys.
understand
noticed
why?
that Hillary has taken a deep interest in everything Slick has to say.
What?
And I don't understand why.
I mean,
Because they can't get him out of the doorway.
what?
They decide to have conversations at the doorway. You ever notice?
It's she was telling me about this nice spot. It's
Yeah, well, over there.
coconut shrimp.
Can't you move the spot a little bit to the left?
I know she was talking about coconut shrimp. I like coconut shrimp.
It's funny
Coconut
because
shrimp.
I look at Alana.
That's baby.
I know, but I look at Alana,
Oh.
and she's looking at me, and she says, "I know we have to go this way. They don't let us through the door."
I don't know. It's what thing people do. They stand in the doorway,
Mm-hmm.
and you got to always walk around. And sometimes they position themselves right in the corner between two doorways, and you still can't get through.
You know, because no one's that thin, and if you think you're that thin, and you're blocking traffic going northbound on the I-95 corridor here,
You just
Move
got to
it
go
over.
around. And then I try to go around, and you think people are going to move, and then I finally have to say, "Excuse me, can I get past you?" Because then they stand right next to the stage and the table, and they have this little cohort, and you can't get back. And then there's someone there. You just can't get through.
so I came up with a solution to that problem.
Okay.
We're gonna get a street sign.
It says move.
It says, "Stand here to meet."
Meeting room.
Meeting
zone.
corner, because you gotta get people and the traffic moving. Now, a couple of things. Number one, today's show is brought to you by Gubba Rum. Gubba Rum merchandise has hit the stores. It should be there today.
Ah, very nice.
I was told that the store for our
Merch.
merch, not ours, but our
Collaborative?
collaborative merch store is on its way. Our merch store is already open. And yes, there are people on Alignable, you know Alignable? They are asking how they can purchase, so I had to send a link. I don't know if I did it right or wrong. But Gubba has his merch. We got our bells. If you call, he's not even ready for the call, but if you call. Are you?
Yeah.
Give me 1 second.
Free gift with purchase. Look at these. I love these. These, I think, and everyone says, "Oh, I like the way you got your wand on there too." I'm like, thank you.
If you call now, I'll give you a bell.
Look how cute these are. 888-994-4995. Studio A. These are little Brooklyn Cafe show, green bells, little wands on a keychain. Our crew should really have them. So like, you could have this hanging instead of your shoe.
Can I have one?
Yes.
Yes, you can have. We're gonna go into the crew. I
So-
want you to put it on your car. I want you to put it on your car like I have fuzzy dice. You know when Mexicans used to have fuzzy dice? You know what the rear view mirror is? Hang it
Remember
off that.
John Travolta used to have fuzzy dice in Grease.
Yeah, but I don't remember fuzzy dice.
We don't remember
You
the
know?
real thing. We just remember the movies.
Talking to you.
Dream catchers.
I remember
Dream catchers and
Dreamcatchers.
cars?
Like I knew somebody
That
that
I
had
don't
this
know.
giant.
Don't be disturbing
She had
my-
this giant green
Schwa?
dream catcher in the middle of her car. I don't know how she saw it. It had to be a hazard. Like she had a
It was
giant.
that big?
Yeah, it was a big giant dream
Did she
catcher.
catch you?
I'm trying to figure out why you have a dream catcher in your car.
To
That's
catch a man.
Catch
if
a
you're
man.
a woman.
it's a dream catcher.
Not a child catcher.
Do you know what my plate used to be in New York?
What was it?
Dream Maker. Was in my
You
plate.
really still should be. I have to tell you.
I should get that plate again.
I don't mean to make your head bigger or anything,
Make it bigger.
but as crazy as your ideas are, and they're crazy, people love them. You have that painting outside. Someone found me in the parking lot at 8:45 this morning telling me what a great idea the flowers in the painting are, how much they love it.
I know.
Whose idea was it? Freddie's. Whose idea was it to put that table in the front lobby with all of the merch? Freddie's.
You like the merch table?
You know why? You know people are going to like it because Alana doesn't. Alana thinks it's too cluttered, which means it is perfect
Yes.
for Freddie's mind.
Yes, perfect.
You guys got
You
oranges
guys-
and lemons.
And then
want
a
an
friend of
orange? You
ours
want an
brought
orange?
over,
I would love one.
here's
Thank
breakfast.
We gotta give Crazy Horse a
So we got some breakfast here.
boom.
We got some breakfast. So here I am checking Apple News today and checking all the news headlines. And quite honestly, I don't see a whole lot of good news except Chipotle
You.
Chipotle has a new menu item, the first chicken new menu item in 29 years. So that seems to be the uplifting news of
What's the
the day.
name of it?
Wait,
Pollo asada.
Pollo asada.
Chipotle's that old?
I did not realize Chipotle had been around for 29 years.
29 years.
Oh
This
my
is their first
God.
change in menu in 29 years. For
Well,
chicken.
Chipotle was a little restaurant at one time, and then it became a chain.
Can
now,
you believe that?
Pollo asado is my specialty.
We should go make some.
That is a Puerto Rican delicacy.
How do you make it?
A lot of stuff. It takes about an hour just to prepare.
Really?
Yeah, you gotta cut onions and peppers, and then you have to put in all sorts of stuff.
Well, the beautiful thing about the grocery store now is they have these mixes of peppers and onions and celery all cut up.
Oh no.
Oh,
no.
yeah.
No, I don't do that.
Oh, I do.
No, you have to cut the pepper. You have to cut the onion. You have to cut it. If you don't cut it,
And then you kind
look
of
at
saute
this.
and stew
Our pad
it.
got chipped.
That's it. How about that?
Look
That's
at this.
crazy.
The
Look,
pad
it's
got
just
chipped.
blank.
It doesn't. It's just blank. It doesn't have
Towards
the
the
logo.
end. That's funny.
Wow.
Back here, too. The last couple of pages, I guess it tells you when you're running out.
We should call
It
them
happens.
and tell them.
The last 3 pages to have no logo
got
on
gypped.
it. That's funny.
Now, did you hear the latest? You heard that Coca-Cola, Pepsi-Cola, Starbucks, General Motors, they stopped in Russia. So they took a survey yesterday about what the Russian people think about not having a Mickey Dicky.
Is that what you're eating over there?
That's what he's eating. So you know what the Russian people said?
What?
Good riddance. We have too much Western influence in Russia. You believe this?
I do. I totally do. Because
But why is it they're making billions of dollars selling Mickey Dicky? And they don't even like
do you
it.
think Russia's going to complain about anything that anyone does to them? They're going to take it, they're going to make the spin and say, thank you so much for leaving. Now there's more for our Russian people. Thank you so much for not being a part of our country because we're going to be bigger and better without you. Who's actually going to concede? Here's the interesting story that I saw. The moms in the Ukraine are banding together
I
on
saw
social
that.
media.
I saw that.
And they are trying. I would like to find someone and interview them live from the Ukraine, a mom on a mission, because they are on their phones on social media
Then
saying,
you know something, don't mess with a mom,
this
man.
this information has to get out there, and these are moms. And I'm telling you, you're right. Don't mess with the mom on a mission to get the information out. And they are coming together as a moms network like never before. And no, it is not sugar-coated. It is not a pretty picture what they are sending out.
It isn't. And did you hear the latest now? The Chinese are going to help the Russians. So it won't be any more McDonald's in Russia.
Or China?
It'll be weak white sea cha cha.
Wow.
Oh,
Again, ever so sensitive you are.
Where's the
Why should I be sensitive?
Because it's not the Chinese,
Yes,
it's
it is.
China.
No,
and it's
but
the
there's
government
one
of.
leader. One leader.
But again, that's not the people.
If there's 100 million people and one guy versus 100 million, who do you think is going to win that fight?
But again, you can't just blanketly say it's the Chinese people or insult their food.
Do you know the problem we will have if China and Russia get together? Do you have any idea what the
Huge.
consequences will be?
Huge nuclear situation.
No, I'm not even
potential.
worried about that. I'm
People
talking
can
about
stop it.
economy-wise.
The people can stop it.
Well, gas has gone up 90 cents in the past week.
And it's going to go up to $8.
It is
I
now an
already told you
average of almost $70 to fill up your tank if you have a 15-gallon tank. The reason Slick's tank is probably smaller, why it only cost him less,
Yeah.
because he didn't wait till it was on empty.
Yeah.
Almost $70 to fill up people's tank. Do you think the average American can afford $70 a
Yes.
week to fill up their gas tank?
Yes.
You do.
They do.
What when
You
they
find a way.
can't afford food, going to go to
You're
public
fine.
transportation.
You find a way. I'm thinking that we meet somewhere strategically and we use one car for everybody a week.
Okay.
And everybody chip in a couple dollars when we go. You got to find a way. You got to find a way because if you don't find during COVID, nobody was driving, everybody was home. Right? So drive less. You know, don't take your car to go to Mickey D's. Go to
Wow.
Costco, pick up.
They're saying everything's going up.
How come
Even
you don't put
Mr.
I can't
Maybelline
believe-
over there.
I can't believe you're attacking
Maybelline,
me
put
right
the camera
now.
on you, Maybelline.
I can't
Mr.
believe.
Maybelline, even cosmetics are going up apparently
Oh yeah.
because what it takes the fuel and the petroleum it takes to manufacture the plastic, water
Where's
bottles,
your picture?
everything.
Put your
He's got to change the camera. Everything is going up because of the increase in gas prices, increase of inflation, increase of everything.
So what happened yesterday? The
What
U.S. said to everybody, you know what? Produce more oil. Because you know that we were the second leading producer of oil in the world. We were doing more barrels than in Saudi Arabia because we were fracking. And people said, stop fracking because you're going to destroy the earth. So they stopped. Now they want the oil back. So they said it's going to take 6 months to get the supply going. Is that yours?
Ours.
6 months to get the supply going. So yesterday, oil dropped. I think it was $13 a barrel.
You know,
And
when
the
I was a
market went
kid,
nuts.
my parents would talk politics. My dad would always read the newspaper. That was back when there was always a newspaper on my kitchen table for the whole week, and it would pile and pile and pile up. And I would thought, who would ever want to deal with these adult issues? So you become an adult, and suddenly you're dealing with them and thinking, I don't want to be dealing with these adult issues either. Whatsoever. I'd rather talk about that as a huge controversy, by the
Is there a
way.
black mark over this slip?
I was going to ask our crew about that.
What?
That.
Yeah, we're going to get to that in a
I
second.
have a black pen. Oh, marker.
Marker.
Going to talk about
No,
that.
yeah,
Give us a
please.
call, 888-994-4995, Studio A, Merch Madness. I'm going to
Okay.
resend
Any
out
marker, no marker?
the newsletter because I'm going to resend that out.
Why?
Because I think we need to let everyone know Merch Madness. We've done
Yes.
so much with artists. We've 20% off all of the artwork here in the cafe. We've interviewed some amazing artists. This is a whole situation that if you turn those letters around, you get, and I can't believe no one's even talked about that side of it.
Well, we're going to talk about it because it has become an issue. I got to tell you, if you go to the Czech Republic and you see what's going on there, and this was brought to my attention, this is the new sign of evil. Can you see it? Can you
See?
put this on the camera?
Yeah.
Z?
The Z.
This is the new swastika.
Yep.
This is the new sign of evil. Okay? Because this is what the Russians are putting on all their vehicles. Everything that they do in the military, this is the new sign of evil. And this people that are fleeing from Russia right now are saying this is the new swastika.
Swastika, yep.
They are going after the Jews just like Hitler did. I'm telling you, when we started this, I made a picture of Putin and Hitler. I'm telling you, this is the new evil. The new evil, you know, new evil has to be confronted. And the problem is that this guy, now you have to take him out because there's no reasoning with evil. This guy's pure evil.
I know, but if you take off the head of the snake, the body is still gonna do what it has to do.
Well, somebody's got to take off the head, the liver, the lungs, and everything else.
Yes.
But I read about this.
Someone's just
about-
gotta eat the snake straight up.
You know, and,
Straight up
and,
eat
and,
it.
and the problem is that our youth doesn't remember the World War II conflict. They don't understand how vicious war can be. You know, you see this thing in the Ukraine. That was an everyday occurrence in Paris, everyday occurrence in the UK. Do you know that the UK was bombarded unmercifully by the Nazis? Unmercifully. They had to rebuild London.
Yeah, beaches, places.
It was horrible. And here we have, of course, right now, that if you remember that era of life, this, ladies and gentlemen, becomes a new cry. You got to stop this. This has to be stopped. I didn't realize that in Czechoslovakia, they're killing Jews by the thousands. Did you know this?
That I had not heard.
Check it out. Read your Google. Go
Why
to
in
Google
Czech?
and say- There's a lot of Jews in Czechoslovakia.
But who's killing
They're
them?
annihilating.
Who? Putin? The Russians?
Well, I looked up what religion.
kinda like
you know
that's
what
not a-
religion Putin is? Does anybody know?
No.
Nope.
Eastern
What?
something.
Evangelist.
I never heard of it. And then
I
it
got
traces
it.
back to Catholicism.
I got.
Bull.
Oh,
That's just bull.
Well, I want to know who's killing the people of the Czech
Czech.
We're gonna
yeah.
have that at 12 o'clock.
and Czech
Czechoslovakia.
Republic because they are not under communism right now. They are a free country.
We are
Correct.
going to check it out. Poland is scared to death of Putin.
Czech is scared to death of Putin. That much I know. They're all scared to death because, again, it goes back to the Cold War. It goes back to even more recent than World War II because they were under communist rule. So many of these countries.
Well, Poland is scared to death of them. They said that they could take the Russian-made MiGs into Germany, and the U.S. can give them to but the U.S. can't get involved that way. Because if they get involved that way, listen, Putin already says that the United States is we're his enemy because of what we did with the sanction. It's a declaration of war. So if it's a declaration of war, let's go to war. I mean, what are you going to do? You want to play let's push the button? Or you want to go to war? Why doesn't Putin take his best fighter? Let us bring up our best fighter. Let's end this
I
one
feel,
way or the other.
I feel like on both sides, somebody has to be the bigger person because going
Being
to
a
war.
person. What about just being a person?
I understand, but like going to war, you're gonna be wasting so much money to get back to square one, which was the problem at hand.
Well, let me ask you a question. You're the leader of a country,
Mhm.
and you decide to do an invasion, because that's what this is. How come you ain't in the one in the front? How come you sending everybody else there, and you way in the back in Moscow? Why ain't you in the front, taking a bullet? Let's see how tough you really are,
Was
big
that
boy.
any different than back in history when the kings would stay back in the castle and the landlords would stay back and you would send out your armies and you would stay because the head of the snake needs to stay protected?
Correct.
No different than our
But
government
we'll-
when they go in safe hiding if the war breaks out.
You're
or
right.
under attack.
Vietnam was that was us invading to stop communism. BS. That was nothing more than business at its height.
But it doesn't mean there are people that don't know where Putin and his generals are.
They
So,
do know where they
Of
are.
course they do.
But the problem here is he's going to try to get other countries involved in this. All right, they deep checked Iran. I can tell you that. They're just waiting. Deep check, and he's going to want Korea to get involved. All of a sudden, he's doing ballistic missiles again in the atmosphere. I mean, these clowns really real?
We just need some love. All right,
Love.
It's not
everybody
skinny
needs
love.
it.
It's all about
Uh,
the
yeah,
love.
everybody
There's like
needs
this
some, like,
love power situation
seriously.
going
Oh, I
on.
was just about to say that.
Especially with this whole power situation, we just need to like somebody has to be the bigger person. I'll say every side. There has to be a bigger person.
I don't.
Before,
think
you know, you
people
lose
vote. I think
money.
People just.
Who's there?
You know what I think happens? I think people
Yeah.
become so pigeonholed and so jaded in their mindset and situations as things change that
Oh,
you started off as one person and situations in your life have changed and then you just become so desensitized. You know what they say? It takes only 15 minutes to become desensitized to a situation. So if you are constantly watching the media and you are constantly getting barraged by the stresses of our country, the stresses of what's going on, at some point you turn on the TV and as horrific as it is, what we've been through the past 2 years, people's minds are so desensitized to what the atrocities that it truly is. You look at it, you say how horrible it is, and then we move on to our days.
Did you see the director of Black Panther?
Hold on, I understand. I was gonna add on to what Don was
What are you
saying.
gonna add? Not
I was gonna
bring
add
up the
because we've
screen.
been 2 years.
Bring up the screen.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, we've been 2 years stuck in confinement,
Yeah.
social distancing.
Oh, look at Alana.
Oh, what is it? We haven't been really going out. Like people are not thinking normally as how we should think. Some
my way
some
to
are
work.
too radical.
On my way to
We've
work.
become desensitized.
Me, I'm
On
just.
my way to work, I almost jumped out of my car and beat a guy to death.
That's not a
did.
normal way of thinking right
we were
now.
making a turn, a left turn. There's lanes. You have to follow the arrows, right? This guy almost hit me from the back.
And if you got out of your car and hit him, you would be the one.
Arrested.
That's okay.
Correct.
Do you know
It's
there was
not
a guy?
normal way.
There's a guy at Starbucks one day. I'm backing up, and I have backup cameras, and they tell me when I get close to his Maserati.
Does your
And
car go
he's-
beep 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 beep?
Yeah, and I stop to go for it, and he slams his hands on my trunk twice.
Humpty
And
Dumpty,
Humpty
Dumpty
Dumpty fell off the wall.
And
Telling
I
you.
opened up my car, and I said, "Are you insane?" And I chased him into Starbucks, because I was going to smack him
Did
right
you leave
back.
your car right in the middle of the road?
No, so I kicked the door off his car. I says, "Listen, boom. Now you know what it feels like. What is wrong with people?"
You know, yesterday was National Panic Day, and we talked about anxiety and panic and stress. Well, today, of course, on the networks that don't watch our show. There's a whole segment on anxiety and stress and panicking and how we've become desensitized by watching what it is. Only 82% of adults in the U.S. seem to think they've been affected by stress. You know, it's way higher than that, number one.
It's 102.
But yeah, I'm driving to work today. Now that I live east, a lot more people are out in the mornings. They're riding their bikes, they're walking, they've got dogs and babies and walking to the school bus. Totally different. And I'm driving and all of a sudden all these cars stop. And the first thing is like, man, we're in traffic. Why? Desensitized, including me. There's a little girl walking across the street to get to the bus stop with her backpack on.
Okay.
But my point being, and it's always such a rush. We stop to actually stop and think about what's important in life. Kids going to school, school buses, walking, going outside, getting fresh air, having your babies in a stroller, walking the dog. Now I watch people walk the dogs, and dogs actually heel and stop when people are walking across the street. But we're always in such a rush to get to work, to talk about these situations, that we stop and we fail to think about what's really important.
Well, there's also a $250 ticket if you don't stop.
That helps.
Well, it's not even the ticket thing.
Oh, it is a ticket.
I think we've all become desensitized because you're just waiting. Apparently now, remember 2 years ago it was the murder hornets, then it was the cicada invasion, and now there's some other weird invasion of some insect.
The Putin bug.
And you think, are you kidding me? And I blame the media because.
I don't be blaming the media. I
Do
blame
you
the
know
people
anyone that
the
was near the
media's
murder
covered.
hornets? Do you know anyone that was bothered by the cicadas?
Yes.
Oh,
I do. Up
You
north.
don't like the noise of it.
No, up north. There was a wedding that we were supposed to go to. Cicadas invaded the freaking thing, and I was
And
in
is
the
that
wedding.
newsworthy?
Yeah.
Why? It's just more stress.
Okay,
It just
all
adds
right.
to people's stress
All
for
right,
not
relax,
important
you're
things.
making me tear. I want to laugh so hard. So, did you see what happened to the director of Black Panther?
No.
In January, they just let the film out. The police department. So he goes into the bank. Now he's filming Black Panther 2.
Ryan Coogler.
Yes.
Oh,
Did
no,
you
that
see
was
this?
him. That was him. Though.
Hold on. So he goes to the bank and he withdraws $12,000 that he needs for the set. And on the back of his withdrawal slip, he writes the word, "Don't act different, relax when you give me my money." That's what he wrote, something to the effect. She calls the cops because she misread the note to say, "This is a holdup, give me $12,000."
But it didn't say that.
Not at all. So they go in there, guns drawn, and he says, "Sir, can you come?" And they put handcuffs on him, and they took him to the car.
Wow.
And he says, "Okay, Google my name, you're going to see who I am." So they Google the name and says, "Oh." I says, "And look at the note. I didn't want people to watch me while I was leaving with the bank with $12,000.
Then why write a note, number one?
Well, but hold on a second. He's a black man. She's a white woman in Bank of America. Everybody is, "I'm sorry, I'm sorry." If it's the Puerto Rican, I still be there. They weren't going to let me go. You can't Google my name. So, brings me to my story.
He was detained and handcuffed in the full 9 yards,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Yeah.
And they
But
took him
don't
to
you
the car.
think, I mean, when you go to the bank, $12,000, it's a lot of money, yes, but it's not a
But
bag.
it's his money.
But it's not a bag full of money that anyone
he
would
filled
know.
out a deposit slip. Like, it's from his account.
You
Right.
know, you give them
So
the
he
cash,
said
you
to
put
her,
the cash
"Don't
in your
act differently."
pocket.
I don't understand why he did that.
I don't see. I
That's
think
kind
part
of-
of it's on him
that's
because
kind of- yeah,
it's
you're
not
calling
like
for
you're
trouble.
taking out $12 million.
No, I can only imagine.
$12,000
SWAT would have thrown him in
It
jail.
goes in an envelope. It goes in your pocket, and you leave. I don't understand
So
why
now
it
it
had
gets
to be
even
that.
better. Here we go. So you rent a car from Avis, rent a car, whatever. And you're home, and the police come and they arrest you and throw you in jail for 2 weeks. My Latino brother got thrown in jail for 2 weeks
Why? Because they said the car was
because
stolen.
they said the car was stolen. He never rented the car.
That's a new thing they're doing, by the way. It's a whole new thing that's going on with the rental car companies.
So I highly suggest you get your paperwork in order with your attorney. What a lawsuit.
They're saying people will rent cars, return them, and if they're not marked returned, they are then deemed stolen.
But
and
this
then they
guy
come to
never
look for
rented
you.
a car.
Wow.
They got him confused with somebody else. But he went to jail for 2 weeks? Not 1 day, 2 weeks. He was in a hellhole. And what happened to him in jail, this is going to be such a lawsuit.
What state?
I don't know.
Well, probably the great state of Florida.
It probably was.
Miss Florida, you're going to have a lot of things
And
to
you may
fix.
want to, you get up there, you're gonna have to run for governor because this guy's a maniac.
You know what, though? I'm so glad
I was up there.
I was talking to Alana yesterday, and I'm so glad because I said, "Are you allowed to have opinions on legislation? Whatever your opinion is,
Of course, she's allowed.
are you allowed to state your opinion?"
Well, that's something else.
And she said,
Absolutely. They encourage it. So the one thing that I love about the Miss America
"It's like you
organization
put up
is,
there, you can."
is that they truly believe that the women who participate should be strong leaders in their community, empowered women to use their voice, to use their positions, to advocate for what they believe in. And if anything, through people helping me or guiding me through interview process and all of that, is to absolutely take your stance on what you feel and believe is worth fighting for. So instead of, if you're in the press interview competing for Miss Florida, you're going to have judges from all different perspectives, from Democrats to Republicans to everything in between. And if they ask you a super controversial question, it's truly better to say what you genuinely believe in and back up your answer and show that you're knowledgeable on
Even
the
if
subject.
it's not popular.
Even if it's not popular, they would rather see that than trying to be Switzerland and be wishy-washy or not be educated on it.
I love
Because
that.
they're not to judge your opinion, they're to judge how you present yourself, how you would represent the organization, and essentially the professional development it's teaching you to stay informed and educated on hot topics and what's going on in the world around you.
Did he sign the gay bill yesterday?
Yes, it
And
went
then he's
through.
going to sign today the one about cheating, political cheaters. They're going to have a panel
the
of 14
the
or
election
15.
bill.
They got 15 people on the panel, and they are going to be the watchdogs to make sure that we don't have. What was that thing they had here in Florida?
The hanging chads?
The hanging Chad. There'll be no Chad.
I want to know who actually came up with the word Chad, but I love that because we know so much about the Miss America organization through you. But
Sorry about that.
But no, it's great. But there's still this connotation of a beauty pageant,
Of
even though
course.
they've changed the branding. And
Yes.
women should not have an opinion, although we say they should. So I'm so happy to hear that Miss America organization is in alignment with women speaking their power and their truths. Doesn't matter what side you're on. You're not judged on that. You're judged on your ability to. It's like being in debate. You have one. You support one side of your debate. You support it factually. People don't have to agree or disagree with you, but it's how you do it. You can have a voice in the Miss America organization. That's huge.
It is huge because it's not a small organization, and they're
Women making a difference.
You saw women were protesting the gay bill and all that, and still it passes. I'd like to know who the hell voted for this thing, but what do I know?
Well, it's because our representatives aren't always representatives
So maybe we should write to
of what we do.
Why
of
don't
who
we
are.
write to our representatives and say, "Yo,
I don't know if it might. I don't know if
a-hole,
they'll read
what are
it.
you doing?"
I don't know if they'll read it.
Because here's the interesting thing about this great state that
To
we
be
live
honest.
in. It's a big state, and South Florida is notoriously one way.
It's Republican.
The rest of Florida,
No, it's all Republican.
No, it's not.
They said pockets
No.
of Democrats, but
No,
it's
no, it's
Republican.
not pockets.
no, I think there's a lot
South
of.
Florida
Listen, I gotta tell
is
you
no,
something.
no,
There's a lot of
no. The
Democrats in
tri-county.
Florida.
I'm gonna tell you something. I don't care if
The
you're
ch-
red or blue.
No.
I don't care. The country needs to get
No.
fixed. We have
Florida-
issues, and red or blue ain't gonna make it.
No, true, but Florida has been like divided from South Florida being more blue. Northern Florida,
Florida
Central
has a
Florida,
history
yeah.
of being a swing state.
Yeah.
Right now, for the past quite a few years, we are a red state.
Yes.
And-
Since
Yeah, I
I've
know.
been here.
I know,
Yes,
Since
we are.
2006, I've been here. It's all been red.
We've been a red state for a long time, but to Slick's point, yes, where we currently live in
Is-
Broward County,
yeah.
County, Miami-Dade, usually it's
Palm Beach,
associated
yeah.
with wherever your big universities are too, Tallahassee, Orlando.
Yeah.
Those type of really big city areas are where you will see it being
blue.
more blue. So
But
usually
they don't vote.
yeah.
See, the problem
they
with
do
the
and
blue,
they
do.
don't. It depends
the
on
problem with
your
blue
count.
is that blue
Correct.
don't vote. And what they're trying to do is to pass a bill to make it difficult to vote because Democrats, if they got to take out a wallet with Velcro on it to show a license, they won't
Oh my
vote.
Well, it's
gosh.
because our population in this area is so aging, it's getting them to the polls to vote. And now what they're trying to do, you're exactly right, is you have to show ID if you're not going to vote, if you're not going to walk in. Well, some of these people, and nursing
can't
homes
walk.
and assisted livings. They're of sound mind, but physically they can't get to where they need to get to vote.
They give the mail-in ballots to somebody.
And they're trying to stop this, which I think is
They
just
gave in these. I personally know a lady picked up 27 ballots because all these seniors could not get.
Yep.
The question is, were these ballots assisted in voting? See, this is the problem. So unless you bring the ballot, it doesn't count. So you have to drop off the ballot. You can't have it dropped off.
And it's a big thing, and I don't know what's right. Everyone has the right to vote and share their opinions and their right as a citizen of the United States to be part of the election process.
That's right.
Besides the mail-in vote debate about that being a factor, I think gerrymandering is also something that's always being discussed on if it should be a thing or not, because when you talk about accessibility and what makes it easy for people, besides our elderly community
Right.
or someone who isn't able to go to the ballot during COVID, you're also going to have people, if you look at different voting sites in very affluent areas, it might only take 5 minutes to run into your polling station and drop off your ballot. But in other areas, it is very, very difficult. The
Takes
line
long.
stretches 2 to 3 hours, 4 hours.
And you
We've
can't
seen
have any
it.
water now.
You can't have any water.
Can't have
You
any
can't be
food.
moved. You have to stand in the line. So we also have to look at accessibility and in different areas where people are trying to vote and it's only made more difficult for them. So
It's being made difficult for the simple fact that the person giving you the water can influence the vote. So what? I'll give you this bottle of water. Now you're sitting in the sun. It's 102. You're melting.
Now explain to me why
I
you
give you a
can't have
bottle.
water.
Because I'm going to give you a bottle of water. No, you can have water, but you have to bring it yourself.
Yeah.
If I give you a bottle of water, it's illegal because I'm going to say, listen, I'll give you this bottle of water if
Yeah.
you vote red, blue, green, or orange. So they think, how stupid can you be? If you're going to go vote, if you have the cojones to get on a line that reaches all around the block, you already made up your mind who you're going to vote for.
Well-
Let me think. As I get closer, I have to make up my mind. What are we, children?
Again, you don't think we've got bigger issues to deal with than that. And personally, going to vote, I have never had more than a 15-minute wait. In
Because
all,
you live in one of those influential places.
we all do.
Let's go down to South Miami.
Go up to Pahokee or Belglade. I know.
Let's
I
go
understand.
down to the line. Now, Freddie and I went to vote together, me and my son. And we wanted the lines. So it just happens to be me and him were first. And we said, where's the
I
lines?
can't.
And Freddie
how
goes,
early did you go? Did you go on the right day?
yeah, we went on the right there. No, the lines
Early
came.
voting or election day?
Yeah.
And I got there like at 1:45 voting day.
And it was stretched
Before
out?
me.
Oh my
no,
gosh.
there was nobody.
Oh.
So we said, when we went inside, we're making fun. You know how we are. And we said, where's the lines? There were no lines. Come on, lady, you go. And the lady says, you can't do that. You're online. I says, I can do whatever I want. I can go to the back of the line if I want. You tell me I can't. So the lady could not fill out the paperwork in front of me. So I said, would you like me to help you? No, it's okay. You can't do that. You can't cross the yellow line.
Yeah. They always mark up the floors. Stand here, don't pass this.
I
Don't
felt like
collect
a big
200.
Do not. It's really
And it was a
interesting.
cafeteria. So I says, is the cafeteria open?
You know, it's so interesting. You think it's your basic right as a U.S. citizen to vote. It's one of your rights. And then they try to take those away because you're of a certain age or demographic. And then when you go, it's like everyone's thing. You can't have water. You can't cross the yellow line. You can't stand next to someone in a booth because there's COVID. Think about the most ridiculous things that we go through
Wait till you see what's coming.
in this great state. I only know our state because it's the only place I know where we live.
Wait till
And
you
look
see
at
what's
the greater
coming.
things that are happening now out in the Ukraine and everywhere else.
But
that
look
we
at
should
what's
be
going
dealing
to
with.
come. You're going to go vote, right? It's going to be like the airport. You're going to have to go through metal detector. You're going to have to go through a wand. You're going to have to go through, you take off your shoes, your shoelaces, your belt. I'm going to purposely go with no underwear and let my pants fall when I take off my belt. You're going to have to go
Please
through
don't do
security.
that.
I am. I'm doing
Please
it.
don't do that.
Do you know what's going to
Oh,
happen? Some idiot is going to go berserk at one of these things, and then it's going to change everything again. I'm telling you. You can't trust nobody right now. Everybody is up in arms.
It's crazy.
Guns are flying, bullets are flying. Did you see the fight in the school? That they had to shut it down yesterday? They had to shut the whole school, went rumbling. There was a fight. And the fight that happened shut down the school because everybody took sides.
They heard there was a shooting outside of school. just a random drive-by. I mean,
It was a
Oh, no,
drive.
I
It
heard
was a
about
drive-by.
the
I
fight,
think there
the
was a
fist
student
fight.
hit.
I gotta find out what the fight is. But the funny thing is, they shut down the school because everybody was involved. How do you get a 2,000, 3,000 school body fighting one another like a rumble?
You know, the other thing people don't realize, Haley was in yesterday, and Haley's one of our interns, and she was also a student at Stoneman Douglas back when there was that shooting. She was a freshman. And people
can turn
forget
lights on.
the collateral damage of
In the right place?
what these situations do. And it's not just the 17 people that lost their lives, it's not just their families. It's what it's done to these kids and the students and all of their families, and still to this day. They're having a hard time. And she's like, I'm having a hard time doing this.
Amp it up.
Right,
Amp it
turn
up.
that one
Cafe
on.
is on.
Cafe is on? Okay.
Oh, no, it's just amp it up.
Oh, you gotta turn the cafe on. I
Having a
know
hard
they-
time.
they
Do you want
already
to start a
complained.
commercial break
Yeah, I think commercial break will do.
while you're having this conversation?
I
Sounds
gotta
like a
come up
great
with
idea,
something.
Dawn.
Let's take a commercial break. 888-994-4995, Studio A, and we will be right back.
Have you been injured in a car
amazing
accident,
how people
slip and
ask
fall,
me
or
where
through the
is-
negligence of another? The lawyers at Shane M. Farnsworth, PA, have over 40 years of combined experience representing injured individuals and their families. Call us today at 561-272-8337 for a free case evaluation and the answers to your legal questions. Were you injured in an accident that wasn't your fault? Don't let the insurance companies take advantage of you. Contact us now to learn about your options and to protect your rights.
Even though some things are far away, we plan for them ahead of time because they're important. When it comes to your celebration of life, it's really no different. You want to plan ahead now so your family doesn't have to later, and create a service that reflects your values, character, and traditions, no matter what they may be. At Dignity Memorial, we listen to every detail and make sure everyone is remembered.
Welcome to Mini Donut World, where the donuts are hot, fresh, and delicious, made to order and customizable by you. Gourmet specialty flavors such as apple pie, French toast, campfire, and strawberry cheesecake are always popular. Looking to tailor your appetite? Build your own mini donut. Choose from over 18 flavored donut bases, add on your icing flavor, and choose from over 15 toppings and drizzles. While kids enjoy our design your own kits to take home, our 21 and over customers love our alcohol-infused donuts. Come visit Mini Donut World at 8763 Sterling Road in Cooper City. Have questions or want to place an order? Give us a call at 954-369-2301. We know you will love each bite of our deliciously distinctive mini donuts.
Cool, calm, collected. Needing a drink to end a long day, or maybe to start your vacation right? Gubba Rum is here to let you kick back and do just that. Inspired by a technique that dates back to the 1800s, these artisanal, organic, and naturally infused rums are made from pure cane and the finest fruits, spices, and herbs the world has to offer. Gubba Silver is infused with naturally shredded coconut, and Gubba Gold is infused with real vanilla bean. Simply shake and enjoy. Visit GubbaRum.com to find the nearest location to buy or enjoy. All establishments have personally reviewed and enjoyed firsthand the wicked smoothness of Gubba Rum. 35% ABV and 70 proof. Gubba Rum, it's wicked smooth.
And yes, I gotta use the
Being a successful woman in business means having the courage to own who you are. We understand the challenges faced by women, and we are here to help. Our team is here to develop the best strategy designed just for you. Your path is unique, and with the right tools, you can accomplish your dream. From radio to TV, from podcasting to magazines, we create the visibility to amplify your impact in business. At New Dawn Media, we are here to help bring your message forward and help your business flourish. It is time for your message to be seen and your voice to be heard. Contact us at 866-224-5422 or brooklyncafe.tv. Your voice can make a difference.
and watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day in after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie X.
He is enjoying his board. Look at
Right,
Slick.
listen, Einstein, hit right on the bottom of it, on the left, on the bottom. Write the word applause. It'll come up. Look for the file location. Put it in. I thought I had done it yesterday. I thought we had done it.
I don't know.
What are you drawing?
Before, like, we had it on the board, but you know,
For some
the
reason,
board always keeps changing every day. I'm not pointing any
I don't think you know
fingers
where it is.
at
I think
anybody.
Look in the all folder.
I'll look at it all folders.
Adaptable is the name of the
Slick
game.
loves the board. He is just like the man.
He's
behind the
he's trying to
board.
be creative now.
So I've got a question. Apparently, we have some offerings to go on remote location shoots again. Are we opening back up to that
Yes, I want to ask you, this Friday, what the hell is going on?
tomorrow?
Yeah. You have some people coming in tomorrow.
I think I've got Rock and Roll Fantasy Camp coming in tomorrow from the Hard Rock. So that is what I've been told is that this weekend, starting tomorrow on the 10th, we have Rock and Roll Fantasy Camp coming in. You can fulfill your fantasy dreams at Rock and Roll Camp March 10th through 13th at the Hard Rock down in Hollywood. So for more information, you can tune in tomorrow and we'll get that all to you.
So are they coming tomorrow? We know, yes or no?
We were told, I was told that give them the address and they will be here.
So who's coming?
Check it out, rockcamp.com.
Who's coming?
The founder and creator, Mr. David Fishoff, is coming.
Okay. And then next Friday, I heard a rumor.
I have not been confirmed on the date of that before you release it.
Well, who's talking about coming? We got to release it. I saw the freaking phone call.
The drummer from Def Leppard, Rick Allen, and his lovely wife have created a new album and a new EP that they're releasing and asked if we would be happy to have them come perform in our studio and interview them about the new release of their songs, which is really pretty spectacular. She's got a country music flair to her, and you
That's
got
what
to
you
hear
put
some
me
of the
for.
music yesterday. They sent us the track, so we're going to get a confirmation on that. But tomorrow is fantasy camp. Rock and roll. Have you ever wanted to be? You never fantasized about being like a
No.
bass guitarist? You're so full of baloney.
No.
Have you ever watched School of Rock
Yes.
with Jack Black?
Yeah.
You never wanted to be one of those kids?
No, I did
Really?
that movie.
It's like you. Oh, the guys always wanted to be like guitarists.
I want to be a
That
drummer.
movie, I wanted to burn that. That was dumb.
You want to be a drummer?
Yeah, I think I would pick the drums.
I feel like all guys want to have this like secret fantasy. You too. Like Jimi Hendrix.
When you're
I'll play with the guitar with my teeth.
My brother had him,
Yeah.
Ray, and a drummer called Albert in his room. His room was no bigger than this room. And they put the drums on one side. I would put the drums. And they played. And when you're that close to a drummer, it sort of moves your insides, right? I'll never forget this. Then Ray was the bass player, and my brother was a guitar player. And they were playing. They were playing to Santana. They were practicing because they were playing with Santana. Trust me, I don't miss drums, man. They make your heart jump.
I
It's so
I
deep.
used to date a drummer. Really?
Tell us about that, Dawn.
Tell
My
us.
brother
Ooh,
was a
do
drummer
tell.
Do tell.
They are noisy. My brother was always a drummer also.
No, tell us about the guy you dated.
Yeah, we
What
want
was
to
his
know.
name, Dawn?
Was he hot?
Bailey wants to know, was he hot?
No, it's not hot.
Aw.
So why would
But I
you
was
drum?
young. Why was he a
would
drummer?
you date a drummer that's not
In a
hot?
band?
Yeah.
Was it a rock band?
It was like a school band. It makes me think school or rock band. It was like
Okay.
in high school, you know.
Did they practice in their garage?
Vinny, I'm telling you.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
We caught you slurping.
What do you do when you go out for dinner with someone and they slurp?
Like soup or like their drink?
You make a mention.
Even their food,
you
like when
say
they
something.
slurp.
I would giggle. I would laugh.
But what if it's a
I
continuous
slurp. I
thing?
swallow my food. I wear my food. Somebody in here
Yes,
took
you
pictures.
wear your food and
I
it
do.
drips
I
all
once-
over.
It drips
and-
all over. So
I want
what?
more food.
You enjoy yourself.
Thank you.
My sister used to sit in front of me and go, I go, what's wrong with you? She says, I love the way you enjoy food. I love it. I wear it. My son wants the original of the drip. You know what we call the drip?
Yes.
He wants to put it everywhere.
Give me the number. I'll
No, I
send it.
won't. I told him you had that. He says
do.
that is the funny. The gulp, he says, is not funny. The drip
Oh, come
is
on.
funny.
I tried.
hilarious. Let me find it.
No, the gulp is
the
not
gulp,
how-
I think, is you had to have been there kind of a moment.
Yeah, the gulp is not. But the drip and the way you zoomed in on it.
We should
was
publish
fun.
that by itself.
Well, let's bring it back. I have
Let's
it.
bring the drip back.
No, we don't need to bring it back.
Bring the drip back.
You bring it back if you. And this is Putin speaking. You bring it back, and I do the Dawn eating a sandwich.
I think when it
In
gets
the
closer
lobby.
to the summertime, since it was a burger, when summer rolls around, we could bring it back out.
Yeah, let's wait till the summertime.
Summertime.
coming
by
soon.
then you'll be Miss America.
No, it's coming sooner than you think.
You'll be Miss America by
I
then.
know. We've got a new show coming out tonight. We've got Touched by Angel live in our studio. We have moved her night and her time to Thursday nights at 7 o'clock.
I fixed that board, by the way.
So tonight at 6, she's got a little meet and greet brought to you by the Low Sugar Bakery and Sunshine Senior Solutions. They will all be in studio collaborating and coming together. I think Goldie's going to be here. And
I
we'll
think
see
she
who
has
else.
5 or 6 people coming.
So that'll be nice.
I'm dying to see who's going to run that board tonight.
Slick.
You're going to be running the board? Be very careful with the music she's selecting. It's not
I think
allowed.
Slick's on the board, and then I believe we have Slick Speaks at 7:30.
Yeah.
Are we going live, or we are? Who are you interviewing tonight?
Mother Earth?
Interviewers.
Mother Africa?
It's just a
Not
Slick.
Mother Ever, just a Slick.
Just a Slick.
Talk it to your mic.
Oh, just
Who are you interviewing?
Just a slick, no interviewer.
30 minutes of
You by
Slick.
yourself?
I've been getting I oversensitized with people that want to come in. To be honest with you,
Oversensitized?
Yeah, I think I need to take like a step back.
Didn't you just sign a new artist?
Yeah, I've been
Why
doing
don't
a
you
lot.
bring
I've
her
been
on your
doing a
show?
lot. I should, but I think we should put
Boy,
her on
this is a
tabs
tough
first, and then after we put her on tabs,
Well, Taps isn't on
we-
tonight.
Next week, we have her music debuted on tabs.
Actually, next week Taps has a
Fake news. Fake news. Warning. Put the banner across the screens.
fake news. Taps has a show coming in next week in honor of St. Patrick's Day.
Has
Yes.
Taps ever been interviewed on your show?
Yeah, she has.
She has?
Yeah.
I missed that.
The time that I was on Slick Speaks was a day that I was wearing my glasses and Slick was wearing some bright button down, and we looked like we were school teachers together.
Correct. Yeah.
Wow.
hmm
And they remember the day. Back in the day.
Back in the day.
I think you wore colorful socks or shoes or something too.
Probably, yeah.
So, Touched by an Angel is a new show, so tune in tonight at 7 o'clock for that. She's excited. She's going to be talking about seniors and movement and Zumba and just connecting, having some
That's every other week, right?
every other Thursday at 7 o'clock.
And that's going to be carried by Touch by Angel Facebook.
Correct.
We will be sharing it to the cafe or not?
Yes. Well, we'll see. I know we're going to restream that out to wherever
The
we
universe,
restream.
but I
Yes.
know that she was upset because she wants it on Cafe Show, but we don't do that.
Correct.
So go to Touch by Angel live on Facebook.
Absolutely. Ready to wrap it up? Have
Yep.
some nice fresh fruit for breakfast. It's always a nice treat. Always a nice surprise.
You see, you take this. Oh, this is ready.
These are nice, right?
This is ready. You take this, you cut it, and you put it in a glass of water or a drink. Oh, look at Alana's eyes.
Lemon water?
You like this in a drink? Cuba Libre?
No, I don't ask for lemon in my water.
What about in your drink?
Like an alcoholic beverage or
Yes, an alcoholic beverage, Ruth.
sometimes, but I don't like lemon water. I'm not big on lemon water.
I'm big on lemon water.
I prefer cucumber water.
Actually,
Since we were talking about cucumbers yesterday.
Can I tell you something?
Cucumber water.
I had cucumber yesterday. I gotta tell you, I like it with the stuff on it.
The dressing?
Something on it. Yeah, I
Yeah.
can't eat it plain like that.
You would like it with some garlic salt.
Yeah, something like that.
Honestly, if I had a choice, I would kind of prefer cucumber water.
Over lemon water?
Yeah. Oh my god, I once when I was like 14, I was volunteering in this summer camp, and our camp supervisor, I think it was our camp supervisor, either way, we all saw her like bit into a lemon like it was as if it was an apple.
Ugh.
I don't know if people
Have
can
you
do that.
watched videos of people giving their babies a slice of lemon
Yes.
and watching their reactions
It's
pucker up?
hilarious.
Oh no.
I watched someone
hilarious.
give their baby ice cream for the first time. Oh my gosh, you should have seen this little baby's face. All I could think of was your grandsons when you take them out for ice cream. Yes, did you see it? Then this baby grabs it
so good.
and like just inhales this ice cream. So cute. It was hilarious.
I found the
Can you
one.
send me that?
I found the one where the little boy couldn't hear, and he's screaming his head off. He's a baby, and they put the hearing aid so he can hear, and he goes and he's screaming and he goes
It's pretty amazing, right?
because they're talking to him, and he starts to laugh.
Aw,
It broke my heart. I must have watched it 100 times.
it's amazing, right? Those are the things that we should be focusing on, not this. All this other nonsense that we're desensitized to. So turn up the music, you guys. Have some fun. Turn off the news just for a moment, just for 15 minutes, and enjoy what life is all about.
That's right.
Ready to
Have a
wrap it
lemon
up?
and
Have a
some
lemon
water.
and some water. This is the baby. Check this out. We'll post it later. Have a great morning, everyone. Stay safe, and we'll see you in a little bit.
And don't be late. Thank you for listening to the morning show. As I go now to fill my mug, which is completely empty, I'm coffee out.
Your cup runneth over.
No,
Have
company dry.
Have a great morning, everyone. Stay safe, be kind to each other. Tune in for all of our other morning shows coming from Ant Media Productions, and then our afternoon show at 12 o'clock.
And always join us for more fun and laughs, because you know your day starts when you smile.
Have a great morning, and we'll see you in a little bit.
And don't be late.